can tell you from the off, it's not an Onana. I would give an Onana a 6. 6.3 is fine by me. I mean, he was certainly not at fault for anything tonight. I mean, that sounds negative, actually. It was nice little tip over the bar. I just think it was one of those games where he didn't have a lot to do. I mean, even the chance that they had was straight at him, wasn't it? But the only thing I would say about Onana is, and I don't think it's his fault, but those diagonals, I don't blame him at all for that, by the way. I think that's coming from the manager. But those diagonals have got to stop. I know he's kicking it, and therefore you feel frustrated by him, but there's no way he's doing that. He's being told to do that. We know what Onana can do. He can play it out along the ground. We need to do that. I can't be doing with that. But I'd give him a 6 tonight. I'm happy with the 6.5. You've gone 6.3. That's fine. Mazraoui for me tonight, I want to give him a 7.5. I thought, you know what? I genuinely think there's not many positive results, performances tonight. So I want to give him a 7.5. I thought he was brilliant. Again, really consistent. If you've given him a 7, that's fine. 6.9 from you. Some people are saying 7 in the chat. But I just think that first 5 minutes, he was the player that set the tempo. Yeah, I just can't see anybody. I think he's our signing of the summer. And I think we'll still be saying it in May. I do. I think he's been so consistent. And that's not taking anything away from De Ligt, who I think could have a good season, and hopefully Agate will, and hopefully Yoro will as well, and hopefully Xerxes will. But I think they're going to have to go some, because the guy, he's so consistent. Look, I'm not saying it's 8 or 9, but he consistently hits a 7. And this is something we're not used to. So, yeah, I was really happy with him. Lindelof, for me, was our second best player, 6.5. Might shock you, because I think a lot of people want to see him moved on, and I'm sure he will get moved on at some point. But I thought Lindelof was really good tonight. Don't think he put a foot wrong. Made some good interceptions, good passes, and PAOK weren't the sort of team that came to United and did nothing. Like, there was a lot of defending to do. I think for me he was the third best player on the pitch. I genuinely don't remember him doing anything wrong, and I think sometimes agenda means that people that maybe will be sold or should have been sold don't get the credit. I said this to Rash in the watch-along. He said, oh, you're moaning about agendas against Rasmus and Xerxes and everyone else, but you did it to McTominay. I said, well, that's not an agenda though, is it, mate? Because a year ago we beat Brentford and I was celebrating and I gave him man of the match. So that's not an agenda. And an agenda is giving people unfair criticism when they're not, when they're doing well. I think Lindelof needs to go, but I thought he did well tonight. I agree with Larsen. I think he did. I think he had. I can't remember him doing anything wrong, and I think it was a difficult game at times. They definitely got near our box a lot, and I thought he played well. Johnny Evans will get a 6 for me.